It's Monday the 22nd of April 2019, it's Easter Monday and we're at Alton Towers, joined by Becca, Charlie in the buggy, Mark.
Hello.
Mike, what football shirt today please?
Benfica.
Benfica, why Benfica?
Just cause.
Just cause. And we've also got somewhere Jimmy.
Oh.
Jim Bob. Right, shall we go and do the Wickerman, Feed the Flames? Me and Becca also need to pick up a parent swap. What's your most anticipated ride of the day? Wickerman, Nemesis, Smiler?
Gonna be Wickerman, I think.
13? No, Wickerman.
Wickerman.
Yeah, is that your final answer?
Final answer, Wickerman.
Becca's
Definitely.
looking forward to a day in CBeebies Land with Charlie. Off to Seagull Piggle.
Oh God.
And do the boat ride, I can't remember what it's called. In the night garden.
In the night garden boat
Yeah.
ride. I mean, he'll be able to get on a lot more here than he will at most parks at the minute.
Yeah.
Because Pleasure Beach is pretty disappointing, but CBeebies Land's pretty good.
And you're going to be filming your own little vlog today.
I will, I'll start that in a bit.
Yeah. Tell people what that's going to be.
So it's going to be me and Charlie seeing what we can do and giving a bit of a review on how young, family friendly the park is.
Yeah, good shout. So when that does eventually go on, we'll put a card in the top of the screen for that one. I'd imagine it'll go on after this Alton Towers full vlog that me and Mike are mainly going to be doing, with Mark and Jimmy contributing to. So we are heading to the Wickerman first. It's the obvious choice with it being fairly close to the park entrance, and of course it's open on ERT for pass holders and hotel guests. Unfortunately, it seems like most people here are hotel guests and pass holders at the minute, so
The hotel was full last
Yeah.
night, so
joy.
they've all come.
yeah, exactly. It's very busy. And I'd imagine it'll be a lot nicer on park today than it was for the people who were here on Easter Sunday. Mike, last year we walked down here and it was covered in
I believe I was
snow.
wading through about 2 inches of slush.
Yes. And this year it's nice. Probably going to be about 20 odd degrees later on. Solero weather.
Oh yeah.
So why have you still got that beard? Come on, you're going to be too warm with that beard.
Just because.
Just cause. Just like the Benfica top.
Pretty much.
Just cause.
By the way, if anyone wants to see some us lot prattling about, vlog bombing other people, check out Airtime John's video from Saturday at Pleasure Beach.
Yes, definitely.
Because you might see someone stood behind the camera
Being silly.
vlog bombing Airtime John.
And also talking about wheel checks at the
And
big
wheel
one.
checks at
On the big one.
Mike's in full corner.
Mike's in what?
Except it's about there.
Yeah,
He's in full corner.
he's in full
He's in full geek mode on it.
geek mode.
Full geek mode, saying about how to change the wheels and
Yeah,
everything. So it was good. It's a good vlog.
Mike the technician. Espirito Santo. It's a good sponsor, that. It's a good bank, that. It's in Portugal. Tell you what, for many years I used to go Portugal every year, and Espirito Banco was always very reliable. I must mention that for some reason. But
I thought Wolves manager's sponsored by him.
yeah,
Practically the same name.
yeah, it is pretty much. If we've got any Wolves fans watching, shout out to you, because you beat United twice. But pretty much everyone's beating us now, so yeah, welcome to the club. So yeah, we'll see you over at the Wickerman. We have reached the Wickerman, and the queue doesn't seem too bad given how long it took to get in the park. We're reckoning, what, about 40 minutes from here?
Yeah, 45 minutes or thereabouts from
Yeah.
here, I think.
We're not doing a 10 coaster challenge today, are we? I don't think I've got the energy for that again.
No, there's not 10 coasters.
It's a 9 here.
7, isn't it? 8.
Are you sure?
8 include
I
Octonauts.
thought it was 10.
No.
8 including Octonauts.
Wickerman, Mine Train, Nemesis,
8.
13, Rita, Oblivion, Smiler. Oh no, there is 10.
See? See?
Spinball.
There is 10.
I got to Oblivion and Smiler at 8. You got Spinball and thinking.
So I'll ask you again, are we going to try a 10 coaster challenge?
No chance.
No, not here.
I've not got the walk in me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's a bit different when you can do 4 in half an hour because they're across the road from each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't got the energy for it today. But we'll try and get as many rides done as possible. And
I
hopefully...
can see we'll do 10 coasters and it'll just be 5 goes of it all be on Nemesis.
Yeah, that's true. 5 goes on Wickerman, 5 goes on Nemesis. So, For me, the novelty of the Wickerman has not worn off. I thought after a couple of months last season that I'd maybe start going, actually, it's not as good as I thought it was, but I still think it's excellent.
I think it's my estimation's gone higher. You know what I mean? It's got better and better, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Mike, do you want to go through?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's getting better with age.
Yeah.
A lot of people who
Well, if it's still here in 90 years, then we're all good, aren't we?
Well, we won't be, so I'm pretty sure I won't be anyway.
Or if we are, it'll be like really. I'm barely getting on here, and I'm looking at what's.
Put it this way, I won't be able to walk around here. I'll probably struggle with that in about 20 years. Never mind another what.
I'm starting to question how many woodies at Pleasure Beach are actually better than it.
I think that this is the best woody in the country. I think it's better than Megaphobia. I don't know what you think about that.
Megaphobia.
You prefer Megaphobia still, but you've said that quite a lot, to be fair.
The only coaster at Pleasure Beach that stands up to it, I think, at the moment is Big Dipper.
Oh yeah,
Woody.
For me, Wickerman's the best in the country for woodies, and in second place is Big Dipper.
Was really good over the weekend.
Consistently, he's really good though, I think.
Big Dipper was really good over the weekend, and I think if there was a bit more to Streak, it probably would be. But Streak's sort of...
Streak's the lowest.
It's a very
even though Streak's actually taller than Big Dipper, it's kind of like the lower version of Big Dipper.
Yeah.
The drops aren't quite as big.
Not quite, and it's not quite, they're not quite intense either.
No, but it's still a good coaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Wickerman is the best woody in the country. Portuguese man of the day. How was your ride on the Wickerman?
Very good. Really enjoyed that. It was the first ride of the day.
Yeah, front row as well. Yeah. It's a bit
I've not done the front before, I don't think so.
Have you not?
No, I think I've done like second and third, but I've been on the front a bit, so.
Did you find the mist refreshing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We were saying it's been turned down a bit by the looks of it though.
It has, but...
Yeah.
But it does also have a tendency to sort of envelop the area come about 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. Shall we see what the other guys thought? Jimmy, how was that? First time at the front for you?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Best woody in the country? Are you not sure?
So.
You think so, yeah?
Megaphobia, so
We'll have to change that. We're going to have to change that soon. How was it, Mark?
Superb back row ride, that weren't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Rare occasion getting the back row.
Very rare. So I think I've done it about 3 times now. All times I've done it, but it's best seat for me. Best seat.
Yeah, definitely. So Becca's in the Sea Life Centre. Shall we go and find her?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So it's past 11 o'clock now. So Jewel, the Runaway Mine Train and the Rapids are open. We've had a ride on. Jewel, how was it?
Good, I got a high score of 20,000. That's good. It's respectable for me. That I'm happy.
Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
I got just short of 60,000, but we were helped by a stoppage.
There was a stoppage on ours, but
what did you get?
41.
Just only 41 or 41,000.
41,000. It's quite difficult to get 41 considering it only counts in tens.
Yeah, fair point. All right, smart ass, smart Mike. So what now? Pizza pasta?
Pizza pasta.
Yeah.
So.
Come on, let's go and eat them out of garlic bread and margarita and whatever else. How's your vlog going?
Yeah, I've no idea if I'm in shot at any point because I can't see the screen.
Yeah. So
And it's too bright for me to see if I'm actually filming what I think I'm filming. So it might be a really awful vlog.
Yeah, well it is on the GoPro, so there's no saying how it's going to come out.
Yeah, so it'll be a bit of luck if it comes out any good, but...
If not, well, we'll probably never see it, but
yeah.
let's hope so.
We'll find some clips to put on.
Yeah, definitely. So just a little tip, if you do come to the pizza and pasta place here at Alton Towers, don't wait until like 12, 1 o'clock. If you're hungry and you're going to come here, then come here like 11:30 before the queues pick up, because at the minute there's no queue. But I'd imagine as it gets nearer to 12 o'clock, it's going to get really busy in here. So yeah, if you do come to Towers and you're hungry early on and you want to come to pizza and pasta, come early on to avoid queuing for it. So we've just enjoyed an early dinner in the pizza and pasta place. Whilst Mark, Jimmy and Mike check the keyboard apps, we'll ask Becca, how was the pizza? Yeah,
the pizza was alright. Not to their usual standard, but it is early, so
yeah,
they seem to be playing catch up a bit. I'm disappointed in the pasta. Both types of tomato based, which isn't ideal for us.
No.
Thorpe Park do a lot better job.
Yeah, definitely. Totally agree. But it's still nice, I thought.
Oh, it's still nice.
It's just not as good as Thorpe's.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys?
It's alright. It is what it is, but I agree. Thorpe's is better than that for me.
Yeah, definitely.
There's more of a variety of what you want.
Yeah.
So it's alright though. I'd probably recommend getting in early when a day like this, but it's good.
Yeah, how's the Rapids queue looking on the app?
45 minutes.
We'll pass on that, eh?
Yeah.
Nemesis?
0 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, deal. Let's do it.
Nice choice.
Let's go and do the Steel Beast then. So it looks like the Alton Towers app is correct. There doesn't appear to be much of a queue for probably the best ride here. I'm still not sure if Nemesis or Wickerman's the best ride here. But yeah, it's going to take longer to walk around and get on it than it actually is to wait to get on it, if that makes sense. Now what I always think when I see the queue like this, rides like Corkscrew were removed, not only because they were getting on a bit, but because popularity was dwindling. Is Nemesis's popularity dwindling? It never has a queue. Alton Towers may look at that and go, well, yeah, we could do something in that space that will get a queue, that will attract more people here than Nemesis. I certainly hope not, but there is a possibility that that could happen. I mean, I don't know what on earth you would put in this space, if I'm honest, but I don't know. It does worry me. So we've just been on Nemesis. We waited about 5-10 minutes, if that. I was saying before we got on, I'm a bit worried that it's never got any queue. Now, one of the reasons it's never got any queue is because the ride operators, for a start, are really good at moving that queue. I mean, it's really busy in Towers today. We've waited quite a while for Wickerman. Stuff like Galactica's on nearly an hour queue, and I'm guessing Smiler and Oblivion will be the same. Not checked the app for those yet. Nemesis staff, 2 trains. Dispatch times are really good. There's no faffing with getting priority passes and other guests on for the exit. It's all really quickly done, and the staff are really nice to us, really friendly, and not only that, they're running the ride really efficiently. So how good is the ride? Well, after that one, it's still one of the best rides in the country, no doubt about it. It's an excellent coaster. Is it the best at Alton Towers? Probably just a little bit better than Wickerman, but every time I go on one or the other, I can't decide which one's better, so it's really difficult to sort of decide which one's better out of the two. But yeah, it's a really good ride. Seriously, do I think it's going to get removed anytime soon? No, but I do think when it hasn't got a queue on a busy day like today, I do think that eventually Towers might look at it and go, we need something new that's going to get people in. Nemesis isn't getting the queues it used to get, we're going to replace it. I hope that doesn't happen, but there was talk years ago that Nemesis might have to be removed because of the way its foundations are done, and it wouldn't last perhaps as long as a normal B&M invert would do. But it's still here, it's 25 years, still going strong, great coaster, and hopefully we'll get some more rides on it later. Funnily enough, now the queue has picked up and it's about 20 odd minutes, but yeah, still it's not that bad, so we'll be back over here later on. Now we're going to go and find Becca, get another drink and find another ride to do. Mike, you're supposed to shoot at a boat.
Making sure it works first.
Yeah, not many of them work, to be fair. I think I'd rather do this, shooting at them, than actually go on and get soaked. Did they get you, Mike? Did they get you, Mike?
A little bit.
Mildly moist.
Mildly moist.
Oh, friendly fire. So the next ride for us here at Alton Towers will be Rita. Looking forward to Rita, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not quite stealth, but it's an alright coaster. bit of airtime, decent launch.
I don't even think the launch is particularly good anymore. It's sort of, because you've been on bigger, faster, better launches, it's just...
That's the problem with these kind of coasters though, because there's always going to be a part that builds something better. Yeah, as soon as someone builds something faster...
I mean, no doubt that I'll say the same about Stealth.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, as soon as you've done Maverick and Top Thrill Dragster and King Kai, you'll be saying, oh, Stealth's not very good.
But to Baco, this launch just hasn't got anything in comparison to Baco's.
No,
that's the one I'm measuring by at the moment.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Furious Baco was sort of inspired by Rita. I remember Portaventura kind of saying that when they were constructing Baco. They were quite keen to mention that. I think Portaventura definitely got the better ride. But if you're not comparing it against anything in terms of Alton Towers, would you say it's one of the best rides here? I know we've not been on it yet today, but it doesn't really change in terms of experience.
No, it doesn't do much.
No.
No, I mean, it's not. It's all right, but it's not like the highest ranking. You'd always put the B&Ms above it, you put Wickerman above it, and then you're talking like 5 or 6 down the list, aren't you? So.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go and do it.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well do it while we're here. That's the thing. We've just done our first and only ride of the day on Rita. It was alright, like we're saying behind the camera. I think Towers, it's alright. General sort of standard in terms of UK coasters, about mid-range, mid-tier kind of level. In terms of Towers, it's alright. As I always say, if it had lap bars instead of them awful over-the-head things, it'd be brilliant. But I say it about Stealth, I say it about this, I'll probably say the same about King Car. Lap bars would make it so much better, or if it had the softer over-the-heads like Maverick, that'd make it better. But unfortunately, it's got them bulky, horrible things that are also hard work for the staff as well, because if it's an empty seat, they've got to really push them down, and it's quite heavy for them to do. Mike wanted to say something, so on you go.
One thing of just an intimate car new seats, just about every design of seat intimate do has a flaw with it. These ones, those trains are horrible. The Colossus trains,
well,
we'll not even go there with Colossus trains.
Yeah.
Even the Terran trains, I don't rate in comparison to the Mac equivalent.
Yeah. No.
What I will say is, I was a little bit unkind about the launch. I mean, granted, I've not been on it until today, since last season, and I've been on Stealth since. But I was a bit harsh on the launch. It's actually better than I remember it being. The launch is actually better than I remember it being.
Good
so,
stuff.
I mean, it's not like the greatest coaster, but
maybe a bit better than you were giving it credit for.
More than I give it credit for, yeah.
I want to say something as well, kind of off topic. Here, as well as Fort, they have the parent queue swap thing, which is ideal for me and Beck, because obviously we've got Charlie, and we can't both go on the coaster at the same time. So having this is really useful. So the way that they work is basically that the staff sign it when like I've queued for it, and then Becca would be able to go straight up the exit, so that I could have our child whilst Becca went on it. Or you can do it vice versa, but they are really useful to have. So if you have got children, you come into Towers, say you've got a baby or just a child that's too small to go on the coasters, get a queue swap, really worth having. So before we do move on to 13, using the parent swap that we were talking about, Becca's just been on Rita. How was it?
Good. I do like it. I've not done it much, obviously having Charlie, but I really like it, and it's easy to forget how good it is. I mean, I prefer that over Icon. It's the first time I've done Rita since Icon opened, and I definitely prefer Rita.
Prefer it over Stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know a lot of people do. No, I think a lot of people do.
I mean, it'd be perfect if they were attached.
Yeah.
But no, I prefer that.
Yeah, fair enough. So we've just taken a ride on 13. Before we comment on anything else, how was the ride experience?
It's let down with the baggage. The baggage needs to change.
Yeah.
It's in corner here. Everyone just like dawdles when as soon as they come off the ride, they want to talk about it. Oh, that was good, and just get your bags and go out. Because everyone else is just waiting there. You can't do anything until you put your bag in.
Yeah.
Literally, that just needs to change.
Slows down the queue, slows down the staff. It must be annoying for the staff.
It'd be alright if the station had been designed for it to start with.
But it wasn't,
so if you
because
could put one where the kennel was.
Yeah.
The cabin.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
whatever it is, the bloke with the button sits in. If it was designed so you could put another one there,
Yeah.
the front of the train go there, the back of the train go there, sorry.
It's not.
But because it was designed for this
The
system.
thing is, it used to have the baggage system here. Well, it was a lot better, wasn't it? So,
Just put your bags in and go.
yeah.
Like, because it's right next to the exit, no one can get out, people are waiting to get their bags, and everyone just stands there on the platform.
And the ops are waiting to check row 3 that there's no one in.
Yeah.
Because they're stood up here.
They're stood at the front waiting for it to come down, and then they can press the button at the end, and it's just like, well, we can't go anywhere until they come back to the seats.
It's a shame for the staff because it is difficult for them. It's got to be really frustrating.
Because they want to get the queues going.
Yeah.
And they work as hard as they can.
They do, because to be fair, they made the best of a bad situation with that, I think. They always do. So, how was the ride itself? It was alright, I thought.
It's good. I just wish
It was great without that stupid brake.
Yeah, on the
If it didn't have that brake, the whole coaster
On the first drop.
would be would be brilliant.
I don't think it'd need it. I don't think it needs it as such because it's not going overly fast, is it?
Well, the rumour is that it was hitting the tail lift too fast.
Yeah, it was.
Damaging
It was
something.
no, it was hitting it too fast that the sensors couldn't cope with it. I think it was something along those lines. It is unfortunate that the trim brake isn't just before that point, rather than on the first drop. Because I think it's an alright ride. You get a bit of airtime.
There's a turn there that one of the bank turns you get right top of it, jets are over that.
Yeah, you do.
If it was at full speed.
But like, for me, a Skirfest especially, when you do it in the dark, it's one of the best coasters here because
definitely.
It's just pitch black.
Yeah, remember when they had the actors in the queue? Scarefest as well.
I never did it, but it was like that.
Yeah, that was good.
It's good, really good.
So should we head over to the Smiler and Oblivion?
Yeah.
Hex.
Yeah, and Hex, yes,
on my
Hex
way.
first. Yeah, let's do it then. Mark and Jimmy have just been on Hex, and now I'm about to do something I don't do very often, which is go on the Smiler. I'm not sure I'll give a review after it because I don't normally give it a favourable one, so we'll see how we get on. Do you want to lead the way? Because I have no idea where we're going.
Yeah, let's go.
Single rider queue is in operation these days on the Smiler again, which is great because it does mean we get to skip the queue. Now, I know I'm probably not going to enjoy this, but I always do it once a year just to see if it's improved since the last time, which rarely happens to be the case. So yeah, we'll see you after the Smiler. So yeah, we've just done our annual ride. I don't know about the others in terms of annual ride, but that was my annual ride on the Smiler. And I say annual ride because I just don't like it, but I'll start with the positives. The merchandise and the branding are excellent. It's got a really good brand and the merchandise for it's excellent. And also, I think that the operations on it are actually really good. The staff seem to be clearing the queue quite well. They're managing the single rider queue really well as well. They seem to be getting people on it straight away that are in the single rider queue, rather than sometimes you go on some of these rides with single rider queues and you'll see like empty seats all over the train. You think, well, I could have been sat there, but I'm glad we did do the single rider queue because we got on it really quickly. Now, unfortunately, the positives stopped there. I honestly don't understand why people like this ride. I mean, I'm not going to go off on a big rant. You all know my like overall opinion of it, but it is brutal, and I think it's actually worse than Hero at Flamingo Land in terms of comfort and enjoyment. I just don't enjoy it at all. But it's a 14 looping roller coaster, and the best part of it is an airtime hill. I don't know what that says about the rest of the ride, but in my opinion it just says it's not very good at what it's supposed to do. It's so rough. Now I believe that Anthony Joshua's got fired on the 1st of June, and due to, what's his name, Gerald Miller being a drugs cheat, they're looking for someone to take over. Well, we're in New York, having bid on that, I reckon that we might be able to know, for the money, we should probably, one of us should take up a position, because it probably won't be as painful going in for a round with Anthony Joshua than it would be going on that thing. It's just not pleasant at all. All seriousness, I know people love it, but I just don't know why. I'd love to know in the comments if you like the Smiler, tell me why, because I just think it's rubbish. It's the worst coaster at Towers and the worst coaster in a Merlin park. So yeah, I'll switch the camera now, we'll see what Mark thought. How was it for you?
It's horrible. No matter what, when I'm obviously in the single rider, I always end up row 4, left seat.
Yeah.
And it's it's a bag of spanners. It is absolutely horrible. It feels as though he's just like jostling your back out of shape all the time. If you've got a bad back, you might find that it might help you out a bit, because it might move it into shape. It's absolutely horrible. I wouldn't bother doing it ever again. I genuinely don't. I can't understand it, because I'm going to butcher his name, but the Swedish Canon is a Gerstlauer Infinity, but it's night and day different to this. It's got a nice B&M clamshell on it, and it does so much better than that, and it's just, words can't describe how bad that is.
It's just not nice, is it?
It's just not enjoyable. You're going upside down, but throwing your head side to side into the restraints. It's just not for me. I just can't. Wouldn't bother me if I never rode it again, I tell you.
I tried bracing on some of the inversions and it just didn't work.
No?
It didn't work at all, but it looks good from off-ride. Well, it looks good to watch, I'll say.
Yeah, give it credit. So obviously, you know, when you go on Skirfest, when it's all lit up, you're like, this looks really good at night.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I'll ever go with it. It looks really good. Other than that, it doesn't ride very well at all.
No, I don't think I'll be going on it again.
No.
This year anyway. Probably won't bother again now.
No, that's it. As soon as I'm looking forward to the Hero style at Coney Island.
Yeah, the Belair.
Yeah, because that'll be better than that.
Yeah, I think it probably will. Shall we go and do Oblivion and redeem our thoughts in X Sector? Oh, I think Mike's got something to say.
So as an alternative, because I don't particularly like it anyway, and I'm very hit and miss as to whether I fit on it, I've just found a lovely sunbathing spot down there.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Shall we go and have a look
then?
Come on.
Submission's old
Come on, let's go. Show us. Share the wealth. Because I'll be joining you next time the group goes on the Smiler.
If it's sunny.
Well, it'll still be more fun sunbathing than going on the Smiler, even if it's raining. So, I'm guessing you mean down there?
Down there.
Yeah, we'll stop there then. I don't want to get in the staff members' way. So
there was a patch of grass where Submission and Energizer used to be.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And it's quite a nice spot because it's quite, apart from Oblivion being above you, it's actually relatively quiet as well.
Peaceful.
Yeah, to a point.
So I was saying about Nemesis hardly ever having a queue earlier on. It's another one of those famous secret weapon rides that, well, doesn't really get much of a queue anymore unless it's incredibly busy at Towers. And it is busy here today, but it's just no queue. We are literally walking straight on it. The third best secret weapon at Alton Towers. And we're straight on. So after 2 goes on Oblivion, we've moved over to Spinball, and I think Mike wants to talk about Oblivion before we do Spinball.
Easily number 3 in the park, still.
Yeah.
I'll long maintain that. That was before obviously Wickerman. That was just about the best SW here.
Yeah,
by a long way.
Nemesis and then Oblivion, yeah.
And I mean, it's obviously disappeared over the years, bits of it. But I still think part of that is the theme.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about the way Merlin hype up rides now.
Yeah.
But my God, did they hype that ride up in 98 when it, well, 97.
Two swords, yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. But the thing is that the hype was justified.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing like it anywhere. When it
No.
says this is the world's most technologically advanced ride, they weren't lying, must have been bad.
At the time, no, I know, yeah.
They weren't
Don't
lying.
worry, I was watching the bin.
There was nothing like Oblivion
No.
anywhere. And as a kid, I was like 10, 11-year-old kid when
Is
that
it still the
opened.
best dive machine you've been on?
It's the only proper dive machine I've been on. Because the only other one I've been on is Baron.
Yeah.
And it's not really a true dive machine in that sense because the drop's just not there with it.
No. So, any other positives from Oblivion?
Well, yeah, so I find the seats are quite tight on it. And staff, bang on, both times.
Got you on it easily.
Both times, yeah.
And also the staff member on the, well, I don't think it's a merge point, on load, let's say, batching.
On batching.
She made sure we got the row that you could get on it. Yeah.
Which is bang on. And they're running both stations.
Yeah,
Which is unusual, it doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
But they're running both stations, they're running it on max, which is probably why it's got no queue.
Yeah, it's literally no
did
queue.
we wait 4.5 seconds?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think it took us longer to get off than it did to get on it.
It took us longer to walk up there than it did to queue, put it that way.
Yeah, it did.
Which has always been the case with Oblivion.
So, we're looking forward to Spinball.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my favourite of these.
Yeah.
That goes to the two Wingers.
Yeah,
They're just,
Fantasia land.
they're just out of this league.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I prefer Dragon's Fury. But, still a fun coaster.
Can you see it
Still a
lasting
really
much
fun
longer though?
No. I can see something newer going in this place.
So we've said for
Or, I think when this goes, CB right up.
Yeah.
That tent will go.
Yeah, I think CBBS will extend into where Spinball actually is.
And that tent will go as well, because that tent's quite, well, I say temporary, it's been there for 20 years.
Yeah. But it's something that could quite easily be moved.
It's a hospitality marquee. They could probably build a purpose-built thing. I mean, they do theme themselves as a resort.
Yeah.
And we've seen other Portaventura World, as it's now called.
Yeah.
It's a classic example of this. They've branched out from just being a theme park and a water park with a couple of hotels to 2 theme parks, a water park, 5 hotels, and a big conference centre.
Yeah.
So.
And they're on about building another hotel.
They never stopped, did they? Over there?
But
and they did have a golf course. I don't think they still own it. But
I think they've still got the golf course. Yeah.
It's next door anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that happening. Get rid of that. Bring CBBS right out here.
And then put another filler coaster somewhere else.
Well, we did talk about that thing behind 13 the other week, didn't
Yeah,
we?
where it's all been cleared up.
Yeah. Get rid of Rita, get rid of this. Bang one massive coaster to replace the
So
two.
I'm going to put you on the spot then. What year do you think the next SW will be built here?
The last one, 18.
Last year, yeah.
And it was what? 11, 13? Oh, it was Smile Awareness, was it 13 or 14?
2013, wasn't it?
Yes, that's 5. 24 maybe?
2024?
Yeah.
I reckon
Depends
2022.
on what else they've got planned in the meantime.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if they might put another couple of family rides in the meantime.
Potentially.
Again, if like I say this, I don't think this has got that much left in it.
No, I don't. I think
But I could be wrong, because it is a good ride.
I think this will go, and then I think Rita will go shortly after it, and then I think the next SW will replace Rita, and I think it'll be another
In the
Intamin.
valley.
But I think it'll be an Intamin Blitz coaster. I think it'll be multi-launch. I do. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, we're now.
This is hindered by the 3-person room.
Yes.
Quite badly.
Yeah. Of course, for a park like Towers, the capacity on this coaster is not ideal.
No.
But it was a mid-term attraction when it got.
I think they expected it to cope better than it actually does when they ordered it.
I'd also imagine they got it on the cheap when they built it as well. Because it was at a time when Two Swords was seriously cost-cutting.
And these were the in thing at the time.
Yeah, they were.
Because they got this sprung up within a couple of years of Dragon's Fury, didn't it?
Can't remember which was first, but
I think this was first one.
this was built, and then Rita opened the following year.
Dragon's Fury came about the same time. It's the same type of ride.
Yeah.
This is a more.
But it's also worth noting as well. We have heard through a few sources, not from Alton Towers, I might add, that the manufacturer of these rides are no longer doing any parts or anything for them, so once they're gone, they're going to be gone. That's it. It's not going to be, unless someone takes over the running and looking after them, but I can't see it. I always thought this would be a temporary attraction. It's lasted longer than I expected.
I don't think there's enough of it in existence. Oh, mind you, there's a few temporary ones.
Yeah.
There's that, because the one that used to be at Camelot was the temporary version of it, the portable version.
Yeah.
It's also, as it happens, the same ride layout as Crush's.
Yeah.
Disney.
Fair enough.
While Disney have got one, it might last a while.
Yeah.
Because Disney are the sort of company that'll fund the operation to keep them going.
That's true. So we'll shortly be getting on Spinball.
Yeah.
And
Respectable 15-minute queue.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking for nearly 7 minutes and we're almost nearly on it. So yeah, we'll see you after we've taken a ride on Spinball Wizard. Just had a ride on Spinball. Didn't take long, did it?
No, not at all.
So how was it then?
Really good. Like I said, they are such a fun little ride.
Yeah.
And the concept's great. It's a great family, like middle of the road coaster. Bit of a thrill on it, but without being overly raucous.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a great concept. I still think the spinning coaster, when it's executed properly, is a great concept.
Yeah.
It's just that certain versions of them aren't executed very well.
Fair enough. Like what would you say?
The Revercon ones.
Well, yeah.
The fairground versions tend not to be very good, apart from the Arizona one. Yeah. Which is really good, because I remember Camelot had a bog standard portable version.
Yeah.
The standard layout,
which is now in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great ride.
Along with Bling from Blackpool.
As I said, Crush's coaster is the same layout.
Yeah.
I think a slight modification. It's got an unload offload.
Right. Let's see what Mark thought. How was it for you?
Yeah, it's good. We got a good spin on it. Jimmy waited the side down, didn't he? So we started spinning a lot. So it's good. I enjoyed that. Yeah. Really good.
Lots of spinning, and I think there's some dance routine going on behind me. What's going on?
It's the wasp dance.
Wasps. Right. Let's go and find Becca. So for the first time in 2019 we're going to ride the Rapids with the new style of boat. So a couple of weeks ago when we did Fort Park's Rapids with this new style of boat, they were a lot more rapid than we remembered. So
this isn't, because I went on it a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, have you been on it already this year?
We went on it coming back from Fantasy Island.
Ah, fair enough.
But it's not, the waterfalls have yet to return, sadly.
Hopefully soon. There must be a reason for it.
We're out of commission, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Let's look like we've been left that long, we probably don't work anymore.
Yeah, that's probably the reason, to be honest. So we've just taken a ride on the Congo Lazy River ride. That's its new name because it wasn't particularly rapid.
I want to say it was back to its old self, but it's not.
No.
And I don't think it ever will be its old self.
No.
And I mean by its old self, I'm going back like 90s, 2000s here.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ever will be its old self anymore.
No, it's just, it is a lazy river, but as a river rapids ride, isn't it?
It's weird because Thorpe's has gone back to being
raucous.
Really quite forceful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rapid.
Mind you, saying that, part of what helps Thorpe with the drenching you is it's got the disturbers in the water that kick up the waves.
Yeah, exactly.
Which this doesn't have, and Europa Parks and Thorpe's do.
Yeah.
Believe me, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it makes a massive difference.
I mean, this never had them.
No, but it could do with something like that.
Great, yeah. And because I think the waterfalls are done for.
Yeah.
Personally, looking at them, all the foliage above them's grown into where the water used to come out over the top. So I think they're done for. But I do think there's room that you could put another element in there.
Yeah.
Either repipe the waterfalls so they came out a different way, or, like I say, put some wave makers in there.
Yeah.
Because if you put some wave makers in there, or even just drop a couple of extra logs in the back end, because the problem is the back end of the ride was reliant on the wash that the waterfalls created. Because that's not there. It's like you say, it's like being on Dora.
Yeah, it's just lazy
literally
river.
like being on Dora.
Dora the Explorer.
Half a bit of it there.
Yeah, it's just tame, isn't it? It's just tame.
Just to flick it up a little bit. I'm not talking about going ballistic here, but
No.
like I say, a couple of extra logs in the trough might go well.
Let's see what Mark and Jimmy thought. Jimmy's having a drink, so we'll ask Mark.
Just lazy, weren't it?
Lazy river.
It was just to sit down along the river. That was basically it.
Yeah, nice gentle ride along Katanga Canyon.
Yeah, just like you knew that you wasn't even going to get wet though. That was the thing.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit lazy, weren't it? Either
Sad times.
change it a little bit, like Mike says, or just take it out and get something else in its place.
Well, the time has flown really quickly at Alton Towers today. It's already the last half an hour of what has been a really fun day in the sunshine here on Bank Holiday Monday at Alton Towers. So, we're going to do one last ride, or, well, one last ride in particular. We might do a few rides on that last ride. And that is, of course, going to be Nemesis, the B&M Steel Beast, with once again a no-minute queue. So with half an hour left, I think it's pretty likely that we're going to get a couple of goes on this, starting from now. So we'll see you after we've been on Nemesis a few times. I apologise for the wobbly filming, but just had to showcase just how quiet this is again. It's so good. It's so good when it's this quiet. Straight down and pretty much straight on. Good thing is, still on a 2-train service, which makes it even better. Well, we've come to the end of what has been a very enjoyable day at Alton Towers. Let's start with Becca, who's had a bit of a different day with CBeebies and everything.
Yeah.
How's it been?
It's been my first good day at Towers.
Ever?
Ever.
Yeah, that's great to hear. What was different?
Well, the operations seem better.
No ride downtime compared to the last times, which has been a massive difference.
Yeah, it has. Been able to get on a bit more at CBeebies because it was closing last time we got there. Actually getting on Spinball without it breaking down every time we got there, that was good. I can't put my finger on it what was different, but something felt better.
That's good.
There were still negatives, but it was better.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, let's ask Mike.
Hello!
Hello. We'll go to Mike, even though we've gone past Jimmy and Mark. So go on, how's your day been?
Really good.
Really good.
I would say this, I've not had a bad day at Towers this year.
No.
Been like 3-4 times now. Not had a bad visit.
They're smashing it so far this year, aren't they? They didn't have a bad year last year. They had a few
they were
problems.
A bit iffy at the start of the year last year, whereas this year they've been bang on.
So what's been good about today for you? Nemesis?
Nemesis, it's just been really quiet. It's just been really quiet in general, hasn't it, for the most part?
Yeah.
We waited more than, what, half hour, 40 minutes? I think 40 minutes for Wickerman this morning.
Yeah.
This is about the longest we've waited.
Good stuff. So let's ask Mark. How's your day been?
It's been good. No, I've really enjoyed it again.
Yeah.
Towers is like really has smashed it this year.
Yeah.
And it's been really, really good. Everything just run as it should do. There's a few negatives, but you'd expect them to keep working on them, like with obviously a bit of drinks and stuff like that. Other than that, the rides have been absolutely, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If the rides are running well, then guests are happy.
Yeah.
So, happy.
We've actually got on most things in the end. We were joking about 10 Coaster Challenge. We've not done all 10. I think we're the only one we haven't done is Octonauts, isn't it?
Oh,
and Air as well. So we've done 8 out of 10. It's not bad, really, given that we weren't trying to do 10 in the end.
No, I mean, in theory, we could have done, because obviously we've had like 3 goals on Nemesis, a couple of goals on Oblivion, You know what I mean? So we could in theory have done it all.
Yeah.
And obviously on a bank holiday weekend, that's superb really.
Excellent. Jimmy, how's your day been? Because you used to have really bad luck here like Becca, but...
I don't know if it's because I got a season pass or something, but it's a lot better. Really
He's
enjoy it.
not getting in for free entries this year.
Yeah, that's true. You're not getting loads of...
This year, I'm just loving it.
Excellent. And we know little Charlie's had a good day as well.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, but he's getting tired now. So yeah, we're at the end now of this Alton Towers vlog here on Pleasure Beach Experience. I do hope you've enjoyed this fairly long Alton Towers vlog. It's not been long for being long's sake really, we've just ended up filming a lot more than we expected again, a bit like at Pleasure Beach the other day. But yeah, I think that's a sign of the great day that we've had here. The ride operations have been brilliant, all the ride staff have been really happy, smiling, they look like they've been enjoying themselves, they've been interacting with people really nicely, they've been pleasant, friendly, and they've helped the guest experience here, definitely. The rides seem to be running well. Nemesis is especially good. I think it's on drugs this year. It's always good, but it's been better than previous years, these last few visits. Oblivion seemed good as well, always helped by dual station loading and not much in the way of a queue. The Smiler was nah, just don't like it. You know my thoughts on that from earlier and from past vlogs, just don't like it at all. But it's not deterred from the fact that I've had a really good day here again. I think that's now 4 visits for me this season, and I can't say I've had a bad day here yet. I've just really enjoyed it. If you're wondering why we've not done the dungeons today, because like I said, this is our 4th visit. We did it on our 1st visit this season, so there's just no need to do it again. But just a little review on that from the first time I've came here this season. It was really, really good. Really enjoyed that. Would totally recommend it if you're only going to visit once this season. Pleasure Beach Experience on YouTube. We've got a bit of an audience going on here. So yeah, great day. Can't wait to come back again. It's going to be a while now though, because we've got Portaventura in 2 days, and in 4 days I've got Leesburg, so I've got videos from both parks coming up. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video.